What was your high school's bizarre tradition? At Pine Creek High, we had this thing called the Wall of Shame. Basically, if you skipped detention 3 times, the seniors could vote to duct tape you to this massive plywood board covered in Sharpie drawings and old stickers in the back of the gym. Yeah, you heard that right. Duct tape to a wall in front of everyone. And the teachers? They pretended not to see it. They'd call it student-led discipline or whatever, like it was some proud school tradition passed down through generations. Nobody ever got in trouble for it. It just was what it was. I never thought much of it until Brady transferred in during January of my junior year. He was quiet, kept to himself, always wore the same black hoodie. He had to pick up his little brother from elementary school every day, which made him late sometimes. That's how he racked up 3 detention skips without even realizing what he'd done. When the vote happened during lunch, Brady had no idea what was coming. Someone announced his name over the senior class group chat, and by the end of the day, it was decided. He'd be taped on Friday after gym. I was there when they told him. Brady just stared at them and said, "No, I'm not doing that." The seniors laughed. "Dude, it's just for fun. School spirit and stuff. Everyone does it. I don't care," Brady said. His voice was shaking. "I have anxiety. I don't want people touching me like that." They didn't listen. Friday came, and after gym class, about 6 seniors cornered him near the locker room. I saw the whole thing. Brady tried to walk away, but they grabbed his arms. He kept saying no, kept pulling back, but they dragged him to the gym anyway. They taped his wrists, his chest, his legs. He wasn't laughing. He wasn't smiling. He just stood there, stiff as a board, staring at the floor while people took pictures. I felt sick watching it. By Monday, everything had changed. Brady's mom showed up at school that morning. She walked straight into the principal's office with a folder full of printed photos from Instagram and Snapchat. She was yelling so loud we could hear her from the hallway. She called the school board. She called the local news station. She even threatened to sue. But here's the thing. That's not what made the story crazy. What made it unforgettable was what Brady did next. On Tuesday morning, I got to school early for a group project, and I saw him in the gym. He was wearing a full tuxedo, like black jacket, bow tie, shiny shoes, the whole thing, and he was taping himself to the Wall of Shame. I stood there confused, watching him wrap the duct tape around his own arms. Then he pulled out a huge poster board sign that said, "I'm here willingly. Are you?" By first period, word had spread like wildfire. Kids started showing up to the gym between classes just to see him. Some were laughing, some were confused, but Brady didn't move. He just stood there, calm as anything. At lunch, he started handing out printed sheets of paper to anyone who walked by. I grabbed one. It was a list of every kid who'd been taped to the wall in the last 4 years, with dates and photos. At the bottom, it said, "None of these students signed a consent form. None of these students were given a choice." Then someone asked him where he got all the info. "I called 27 former students over the weekend," Brady said, "and I talked to a lawyer." The gym went silent. By the end of lunch, 2 teachers tried to pull him down. He refused. "Either call the cops or leave me here," he said. His voice didn't shake this time, so they called the cops. But when the police showed up, they didn't arrest Brady. They started asking questions. They took statements. They looked at the photos. And by the end of the week, 3 seniors were suspended. 2 got charged with assault. 1 got hit with false imprisonment. The school tried to brush it under the rug, but Brady's mom wasn't having it. She went to every school board meeting for 2 months straight. She brought reporters. She brought lawyers. She brought evidence. By the end of that school year, the Wall of Shame was gone. They tore it down during spring break and replaced it with new gym mats. Nobody ever got taped again.